Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Burning Truth. I am Matty Burns, and I like to eat my bogies.
And I'm Senor Irvine. And I'm just gonna be making dirty jokes all day.
Since when did I sound like Lily Savage?
And why do I...
That's being funny, matey. What the fucking hell was that shit?
I just thought to myself, you're going to do a funny voice on me. I'll do a funny voice on you.
Well, you can try.
Sweet Jesus.
Don't you tell your man, sweet little boy.
Well, in case you haven't gathered, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Matt Burns. He's, of course...
apparently Lily Savage.
James Irvine. And this is The Burning Truth.
The truth that burns like when Matt burns peas.
You change that almost every now and again, don't you?
Almost every week, you were just about to say, but yeah, it does feel like near enough all week. Every different week, whatever it is.
It's every now and again. You just do it and... But anyway, before we get started, and before we do get started, would you kindly?
Yes, the following broadcast may contain language, opinions and topics that may not be suitable for those that are easily offended or for those that are a bunch of pussies. However, I do believe that Viva Pinata is much easier on the eyes and ears.
Yeah.
Or diabetes.
Yeah. But the games could be very, very twisted a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I look at that Viva Pinata, basically Pinatas hitting other Pinatas to break them.
And eat their insides. It's a bit morbid, isn't it, that?
Yeah, just a little bit. It's just, it's like no one's up there thought to themselves, isn't that cannibalism?
Yes, it is.
And before anybody turns around and says, the watershed, you've just done it.
Yeah, well, I was just about to say we've already done the watershed. So before we carry on, let's go to our regular scheduled part, and that would be...
Of course, as always, we are always in full support of Black Lives Matter. You
took that bit out of my mouth then, didn't you? I may as well have been eating a bag of chips, and you just going, nope, I'll take that one out your mouth.
What?
You fucking prick.
Would you like to do the rest, or do you want to continue on?
Yes, I would love to do the rest. I would love to do the rest. And we're also advocates for the hashtag Speaking Out movement. The only factual ones, none of this, he had a bad relationship when he was with his ex. Oh, no, that's not booking anymore because he's had a bad relationship.
In actual fact, it's going to be a bit of a topic. It's going to be a bit of a topic later on.
Yeah, because we were like winging it anyway. So, now that we just brought it up, we may as well,
Well, before we get to it, let's just say that we are in full support of the LGBTQ plus community as well.
Yes, with all the other letters.
Of course, if anybody does, if anyone is offended, understand that we are in full support of you.
And your diabetes.
And ladies and gentlemen, yeah, he gets to do that joke because yes, I do have diabetes, and yes, he isn't doing it actually to mock people. So don't get fucking offended.
No, it's the diabetes cat.
Diabetes.
Got that goddamn diabetes and that penis.
But anyway, actually, you know what? I think it's a good topic to cover straight from the start.
Go on then.
What we originally planned to discuss, the hashtag Speaking Out.
Oh, well, I was going to say diabetes, but okay.
The thing is I spotted something.
And it is a thing.
I spotted something recently on Twitter that was a bit of a topic in regards to speaking out, where there is a good point of speaking out, where it has allowed people to be able to have a voice at times and being able to confront certain individuals of certain atrocities.
Yeah, exactly. And let's put it down to the case. There's still a lot of people out there that deserve to be on that list.
Oh yeah.
You know, from like exploiting students, ripping off people, blah 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 blah. But it's kind of like come to the stage now where it's been diluted.
I wouldn't. It's not.
No. I feel now that because people are just like, oh, I want to out him for that reason.
No.
And
I agree with you on that.
Was that not in your personal life? No, I'm not going to lie, right? Obviously, if they're a kiddie fiddler, paedophile, you know, etc., etc., that is a hashtag speaking out. I'm sorry, but it is.
It is, and on top of that, the only thing is false allegations. No.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, though. As I was saying, if people are convicted paedophiles or suspected of paedophilia, then they should not be working in wrestling, because obviously wrestling has a lot of child fans
And everything, and it's a bit of family shows as such.
Yeah, they're all family well, majority.
Most of them are, but then again, even the over 18 shows, the individuals have got families themselves who might want to sort of just check up on,
distance themselves. Now, this is the thing, though. So, say, I mean, myself and other people have had bad relationships where you've ended up saying horrible things to each other, and it comes to the stage where it's like very, very hostile and very toxic,
and bitter,
borderline getting physical because you're defending yourself, etc., etc. But then you get accused of doing something and blah blah blah. You know, it gets blown out of proportion, and all of a sudden you're on the hashtag speaking out list. Why? That's in your personal life. Now, if whether it was a woman or a man, because this is where people are very, 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 very confused about the situation. You want equal rights, you want to start doing all that bullshit, and you want to hit a man, expect to get a punch back. But under no circumstances, and I was raised up like this, is that under no circumstances would I ever raise a hand to a woman.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way I was brought up. Call me old-fashioned, I don't care. But if you're in a relationship and you're physically battering your partner, or emotionally fucking gaslight him, etc., 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 that does belong on hashtag speaking out. But it's just say you had a bad relationship and you want to get your own back on your ex. No, that's not hashtag speaking out. That's just you holding a grudge.
That's you holding a grudge, but also damaging what was a worthwhile cause.
Now, this is another thing as well, and it might be a bit controversial to some, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. So, say if you're a wrestler and you're in a relationship and you go and sleep around with somebody who's either a fan or another wrestler, of legal age, obviously, and why does that deserve for you? Unless you are taking advantage of said people,
or even just one.
Why is that hashtag speaking out? It's their personal life.
As much as they might be being a bit of a scumbag cheater, that's them being, and in due time, they'll have their comeuppance through outside.
Karma's a bitch, so you know.
Outside of it, yeah.
But what I don't understand is that people are being put on, or people are attempting to put people on the hashtag speaking out list.
Yeah.
And they don't really deserve to be on it because it's personal life.
Mm-hmm.
But then you've got people who, you know, not naming any names, but you've got people that are literally like, oh, he did this to me, he did this to me. But yet, he's got proof that he didn't, or she didn't. You know, it's just...
It's a bit of the topic I'm going to cover in it.
The false accusations, they deserve people who are falsely, accusing other people, other wrestlers of... I think they need to be on the hashtag speaking out list because they don't deserve to be in wrestling.
Yeah. Now, the reason why I bring this up a little bit at the same time, because a part of it's going to be covering where I saw the social media post that had happened with a bit of a long tweet that was that was about, I think it was about 16 tweets long. 16, 17 tweets. Now, to some, that's a lot of thinking, you know, and that's fair enough. You might not have had to have read it all. I did. Now, I read it I believe, on the Friday I read it on. Now, on the Saturday, I was discussing this with my co-host and colleague, wasn't I?
Unfortunately, yes, matey. I got a lot of mate-explaining.
The problem I had with it is, when I went to come back to quote it from my colleague, I couldn't. And why is that?
Well, it seems to be the case that he's been removed from Twitter.
He's been deleted.
Either that, or he's deleted his own account. It's the only two things that I can think of. Now,
if he's deleted his account, the only question is
why?
Why? Which then leads to either he's had many people sending messages on what the hell, you know, has he done it wrong, done this wrong, done that wrong, or he's been deleted.
Which, you know, it isn't fair because he's stressing his opinion, which is a very valid opinion. He was no means necessary quoting or saying that people should be acquitted of all accusations. That's not what he was saying at all.
No.
He was saying that hashtag speaking out, in a nutshell, is now becoming so diluted that people are literally trying to out wrestlers because they've said something wrong to them, they've upset them slightly, and you know, or they've been in a previous relationship, and
or they've miffed them, or they've got a spot that they want.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of possibilities, and it's just like, sorry, dude, but I'm completely with him on that one. Now, if he'd have said anything that was untoward, but from what I understand from what Matt Burns told me, he really didn't say anything untoward, and he covered all bases. So I just don't understand why people are getting so offended.
Now, the problem is that when the topic was being covered, there was another individual who was joining in on the actual conversation, because the person who got blocked was a male, and the person who joined in on the conversation was female. The male was blocked, the female wasn't.
Yeah, but as we know from the most recent tweet on the fucking Twitter, that there's always two sides to every story.
No, but
he block you or delete your account before you can have your say.
True, but here's the problem: they weren't even arguing.
No, they were agreeing.
They were agreeing. They were actually having a bit of a discussion, and the problem is, why is one? Do you know what I mean? If one person does something wrong, why has the other person not been? Now, so basically, you're picking and choosing who you want to get rid of. Yeah. Now, that's almost like a bit of a singling out. Now, if this is meant to be, like we said earlier, equal rights and everything, why does it feel like someone's rights has been taken away for voicing an opinion?
Yeah.
Now, the thing in regards to it is the female person in question actually brought up on how she was manipulated, almost technically manipulated into becoming a bit of a voice a bit of a weapon for other people to use. And eventually ended up finding out that one of the accusations that was brought to them was false.
Mm-hmm.
Which is so wrong on so many levels. But she openly admitted that she made the mistake and had taken a step back. So it was aiming to try and make things better. Now, my issue is the male individual even stated at one point during this whole discussion that he got accused once and ended up having to have his name dragged through the mud, albeit it was only for a short time, so not nearly as much damage being done. But the point being is, the second that is put out there, false or not, damage is being done immediately.
Straight away, I mean, you sling enough mud and eventually some of it will stick.
Whether it's true or not. Because you'll guarantee get somebody saying, well, if there's smoke, where's the fire? Really?
No, there's no smoke without fire.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I don't care. It just pisses me off that much, the fact that you've got somebody, we've got certain individuals who 1 minute say, innocent till proven guilty, or then quickly switch it by...
I think you're using what I was just saying. I wasn't taking the piss. I was agreeing with you.
No. It's just...
No.
It just frustrates me because you've got individuals who say innocent till proven guilty, but their actions speak otherwise to say guilty till proven innocent.
Yeah.
And the odd thing about it is we've actually come across twats like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we have.
Are you surprised?
Funnily enough, one of them is actually the notorious twat on the Twitter.
Oh yeah, spewing out. You always got to get two sides of the story. But at the same time, never mentions their side of the story so they can keep bitching about it.
Yeah.
What? I'm just phrasing it.
No, it's true.
If we know on about them, dare you fucking speak up. Because I can guarantee you'll just fucking just reveal yourself as the cunt that you are.
And that is a massive cunt. Massive cunt.
Now, the problem that we've got right now is we've got people being... we've got this whole, hashtag speaking out. We've got individuals now being accused and having their names dragged through the mud. But then, and I couldn't fucking believe it, what I saw on social media. Somebody actually asking why a certain wrestler isn't wrestling anymore. He's paid his dues, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now I was just there thinking, oh, what's this about? Does the name David Starr ring a bell?
Yeah, David Starr, yeah.
Yeah, he got outed with evidence, didn't he? There's people out there now saying, let's bring him back.
Yeah, I don't know what David Starr's situation was. The only thing I know is that particular booker was trying to book him, and for a seminar, and everyone was like, well, I'm not going to lie, I don't particularly feel comfortable with that.
Oh, and no, even after that situation.
He was still going to do it anyway.
Now, straight away, that says to me, they haven't done the homework. It just says going, well, he's not been arrested. So what? He might not have been arrested, but the difference is the evidence has been built up. Do you fucking research?
Yeah.
There's enough of it. The only thing is, at times, I do agree in the sense of you've got to have two sides of a story. But the only problem is, if somebody is basically done something that's criminal, are they going to sit there and go, yes, I did what I did? Are they fuck?
But this is what I'm saying, though. It's something that needs addressing, and all the people who have been accused, if they are, because you've still got people being released from prison nowadays that have been proven innocent. I'm not saying that they are, far from it. So wind your necks in. Far from it. That's not what I'm saying.
But at the same time, is with the whole hashtag speaking out, as much as I also understand that certain people were voicing, being like, the voice to some of the voiceless, the only problem is with that is the person who's voicing it out could end up being misled by somebody who's voicing an opinion that isn't actually part of the actual program. So, once again, we're now having to sit back and go, we need to find a new way of doing things.
Yeah.
And there has been some individuals attempting this, but not in a great positive way. But we can't cover that topic because it's on one of our lesser topics not to cover on the Burning Truth.
Politics.
Yeah.
Because, unlike previous fucking co-hosts that we had, moron, who like to do it anyway.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, there is information on that sort of thing out there if you want to see it. We've made you aware of it. That's all we're covering. Sound right?
Sounds left.
And sounds straight down the middle.
Straight down the old gullies.
So, where shall we go now? Because right now, we're in a situation with hashtag speaking out where it's either not helping, causing more harm, or something completely different. It either needs to rechange again into something more positive, or hashtag speaking out is going to lose its voice.
Yeah. It's going to get, diluted.
And it is getting diluted. Very much so, which is a shame.
It is a shame. It is a shame, but anyway, we need to move on. We're going to end up dwelling on it too much.
Yeah, the thing is, we've made you aware of the topic. Look into it, look it up. But as for the individual who's had his account deleted or has been removed, if they chose to, fair enough. I hope they come back to it and find the strength to come back onto it. If not, that's their choice. As long as it's their choice. If they've been deleted and removed off it, Twitter, what the fuck?
Well, I was just about to say, I'm not gonna lie. Like, ever since Elon Musk took it over, people's accounts who were controversial speakers, etc., have been reinstated. The only one that hasn't so far is Donald fucking Trump. Been reinstated now.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. Allow the entertainment to begin.
Yes, it has. He's probably it's probably happened because you probably want to see, how much I can fuck this up.
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, some of them were blocked for whatever reasons. The reasons were a bit nonchalant, but I could sort of understand it. But again, it's like freedom of speech, etc., but we could be at it all day, and we don't talk politics, so we ain't going into it.
It's not politics what I'm about to cover right now. Basically, for you to have an actual opinion on Twitter, you got to pay $8 for a blue check. Wow.
Yeah, but they're on about having a 3-stage check system. You can have, what was it? I think it was bronze, silver, and blue. I don't know.
I don't.
Could be
Honestly,
platinum.
don't care.
It doesn't really matter, to be honest. Elon Musk, the one thing I say about Twitter is I don't understand how people can be up in arms. Elon Musk is taking over Twitter. He's sacked loads of staff and blah blah blah. Well, apparently, majority of them staff are just sitting around doing fuck all, contemplating, stroking the beards, sitting on fucking beanbags. So, please explain to me why they deserve to keep the jobs. Were they contributing to the company? Don't sound like they were. I don't agree with some of the terms he's requiring this Twitter staff to go under, because I feel like not everybody can work like Elon Musk. The guy literally survives off 6 hours of sleep a day. And with all the shit that he's into, Tesla, rocket ships, that look, coincidentally look like penises, and not the flaccid kind. Now he's into Twitter, and now he's on about making his own mobile phone. If Twitter's taken off the Google Play Store and iPhone Play Store, he's on about making his own mobile phone, which he's always had in the works anyway. The guy's just...
The only problem...
He is the epitome of what everybody fears.
The fact is, he is so rich, and yet, why does it feel like every time he starts on a project, he always fucks it up and then fucks off?
Does he though?
Oh, he's not even the owner of Tesla anymore, is he? The CEO of Tesla?
Well, I'm not surprised, really. I'd say it was just smart business. He's made a company, he's sold it on, if that's the case. But I'm pretty sure that he's still in charge of Tesla.
No, I don't know. He's the owner. He made it, so he gets to have a say on it.
Exactly. So it'll be all shareholders anyway. We're going into the whole fucking...
No, that's business. Anyway, moving on.
What I was saying was, Elon Musk, everyone's up in arms about him taking over Twitter and taking the piss out of him, etc., etc. But yet, and they're all quitting. They're all quitting Twitter, going, "Oh, I'm up in arms about Elon Musk taking over." Okay, when are you quitting Facebook then? What do you mean by that? Well, it's run by Mark Zuckerberg. I said Bird then. Mind you, he does look like a bit of a sparrow, doesn't he?
No. You actually.
He looks like a fucking shaved bird.
No, you did actually say big the first time. You didn't say bird.
I thought I said bird.
No, you didn't. You actually said you did it right.
Well, there you go. It was a fuck up on a fuck up that wasn't really a fuck up, but now I've got him fucked up by pointing out that it wasn't a fuck up by saying it was a fuck up.
But then again, bear this in mind, we are talking about Zuckerberg, who every time I see him on the screen, it's like, for fuck's sake, blink.
Well, it's either blink or, for fuck's sake, you've got so much money, get a fucking tan. Fucking mate, seriously, Casper's got nothing on him.
What makes me laugh it's like, oh, look at this, we're going into the metaverse, and they've now got legs. Really?
The metaverse is probably the most stupidest thing I've ever heard, but whatever. But no, you can't be up in arms about Elon Musk taking over Twitter and then literally sucking on the proverbial stick of Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
When you're quitting Facebook, when you're quitting Instagram, oh, well, I've got loads of followers on there, blah, 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 blah. I don't fuck off, you lying pricks.
Oh, no, they'll probably just jump over to TikTok.
Hypocrites.
The thing is, it's a tool.
I thought TikTok was part of, I thought that was all part of the meta bullshit.
No, that's not owned by Facebook.
Or is it standalone?
Different country. On its own.
No, fair enough then. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't be a hypocrite. I'm sorry, but you can't. I shall be remaining on all social media platforms because the simple fact is I'm too fucking nosy and I just love it when I'm being stalked by some fucking chihuahua-loving fucking moron that literally sits at home going, I fucking love my dog.
Where's the peanut butter?
Where's the peanut butter, man? Be like this
oh,
fucking...
God, it's coming with that peanut butter again!
Will literally, mate, be like this beginning scene from Ali G, the movie.
Oh, fuck.
The dog's licking his balls and he's getting off on it. Be like, dude.
No.
Like, no. No. We need a more lemon pledge.
I don't think lemon pledge will cover that up.
You're not supposed to give him compliments.
Oof.
Makes me laugh when people say, I've just seen something completely horrific. I'm going to bleach my eyeballs. But the mental image is still there.
I'm just going to bleach my brain.
Fucking hell, man. You need a nail brush to scrub that fucker out.
And I still don't think it'll do the job.
No, I don't think it will. And believe you me, them nail brushes are fucking brutal. I remember my nan back in the day was like, James, you need a bath. You need a bath. But I just had a bath. Yeah, but you haven't scrubbed yourself properly. And you've been naughty.
Oh, no.
Fucking nail brush to wash my back, dude. What the fuck?
There's the worst thing as well, when you got them little cuts. What was that thing that they used to put on for the little cuts? That used to fucking burn.
A bit like TCP. Like antiseptic stuff. Jesus Christ. It's like, you're not crying over that little cut? No. Well, you will be soon.
What? It's like, if it hurts, it's working. That's not how it works!
That's not how it works. It's literally burning my skin. I'm literally getting a whole burnt in my arm. Please go away.
Was it like something like turpentine or something? I can't remember what it was.
I can't remember, but I know that my mum would be listening in, so she'll be able to tell us.
Yeah, definitely. You know,
probably because she fucking used it on me.
I think
it's all right, son. I'll just batter you with a fucking flip-flop that feels like a 10-ton fucking brick, and then fucking get some of that on it, lad. It's all right. She's only going, ah! I'd rather just get whipped or fucking take the lashes.
50 lashes. Don't take it!
Fucking pissy.
It's true though, isn't it?
Because am I right in saying, like, Americans have, is it Neosporin?
Oh, yeah.
Neosporin, does that burn? I don't know. American listeners, let us know. I don't know.
No idea. If it does, you know our pain. If it doesn't, why the fuck didn't you send it over to us?
Wasn't witch hazel, was it?
No.
Because they use that sometimes, don't they?
They have for certain things, yeah. But then I think that was part of grandma's treatments. One of them, you know, like it's like, oh, that might not work. So just try this.
Yeah, there's nothing like walking out your own house smelling like your nan and granddad's.
Witch hazel.
You're coming out, lads. Dude, why do you smell like witch hazel? And now it's like, it's also as well, dude, why do you smell like TCP?
Or there's this one. Why do you smell like your nan and granddad? And I'm just looking at them and just going, how do you know how they smell?
Yeah, well, because they all smell the same. Leaving Nan's house with a fucking couple of biscuits. Would you like a drink? The old classic was fucking Ribena. None of this fucking cheap, this fucking nasty stuff that they've got now, which has been that diluted, you can barely taste the fucking Ribena. I'm talking about the whole hardcore fucking cordial shit.
Oof.
that if you drank it neat, you feel your teeth rotting as you're drinking it.
And then your gut just now saying, nope, that needs to escape.
I wonder if that's why you've got diabetes.
No.
God damn you, diabetes, Rabina.
Nope.
Rabina beatus. Diabetes.
That's more funny than you know for another reason, but I'll explain that when we're off the air.
Got nothing to do with Charmaine, motherfucker.
No, it doesn't. But trust me, when I mention it to you later, you will piss yourself laughing.
Oh, okay, that'll be cool. I love a good tickle. I don't know if anybody... No, actually, no. I don't love a good tickle. I love a good roast. No, I don't like that either. No. I meant... I just love a good laugh. Yeah.
A good chuckle.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. Yeah.
Good recovery. And subtle.
Bit like a cinder block to the face. It's moved up now from a brick to a cinder.
It's about right. Anyway, where shall we go next? Because we have got to get onto the topic of wrestling, haven't we?
Yeah, well, I think we should start with Full Gear, because obviously we didn't do an episode last weekend, so let's move on to Full Gear. We won't do what we normally do, and we won't fucking rant and rave, will we, Matt Burns?
What about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm not going to rant. What is there to rant about Full Gear, apart from the one match?
One thing.
Apart from that one match, is, you know, I'll leave that to you, because if I start on that match, I'll just fucking... No. Well, I'm not covering that match.
We'll start with the bad, and then we'll just work our way through all the goodies that were on the actual show.
I'll let you cover that match then.
Okay, so we are talking about none other than the women's TBS champion, or the Hose Championship, whichever way you want to interpret what's written on the fucking belt. We're talking about Jade Cargill again. Yes, in a negative light again. Why? Because she's fucking garbage. She needs far too much work to be a champion. There was too much wrong with that match. It was so bad. So fucking bad. I was watching it live and I literally had to close my eyes because it was that bad. We're talking about Nyla Rose as well, which, to be fair, put a solid... She just did the best with what she was given.
Mm-hmm.
But Jade Cargill was fucking awful. And the whole storyline just didn't make any fucking sense. It was like... Took a championship belt. Now, you know for a fact, about 3-4 weeks ago, we talked about it, where... Jade Cargill and the baddies come down to the fucking ring, started attacking the security guards, and they were looking directly at Nyla Rose and Vicky Guerrero sneaking past behind with the belt, and yet they just stood there and just carried on beating up the security guards. That makes no fucking sense, and it was stupid. It made everybody look stupid. One thing I will, however, say, the only thing I did enjoy about that match was the tribute to Eddie Guerrero. Vicky Guerrero bought them out in a fucking... Was it an Impala?
Impala lowrider.
It was an Impala lowrider. I fucking loved that. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. Now, if it had been a higher stakes match, that would have just been perfect. That would have been icing on top of the cake for me.
Or if we actually cared for the match.
Yeah, if we actually cared for the match, it would have been a lot better. I do feel like Vicky Guerrero has been underutilised, just being palmed off with Nyla Rose, but at the end of the day, you get what you're given, you work with it, and you do your best.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we all fucking hated Vicky Guerrero because of the screechy voice, but she was fucking brilliant at what she did. She got everybody riled up. And she probably gave me one of the most stomach-churning scenes ever when she was snogging Edge. But she was so good at what she did. So I think that they just need to utilise that a little bit more. Mm-hmm. But going back to the match itself, it was garbage. Mistake after mistake after mistake. There was one point there I thought Nyla Rose broke her fucking neck. Mm-hmm. Or was going to break her neck.
The roll through?
Yeah, the roll through.
Oh, but why is Nyla Rose doing a roll through?
Try and make fucking Jade Cargill look fucking good. But it's getting nigh impossible now.
Yeah.
You can't do it. She goes for a pump kick. That's like on the Dynamite just before Full Gear. She fucking pump kicked her over the fucking railing. You could tell it completely missed her face. It fucking missed it. And I was like, why are you selling that? Fuck off, man. Fuck off. And then it was like, Jade Cargill, oh, yeah. She cut some good promos. No, won't lie. Some good promos, some meaty ones.
And she likes to do cosplays at big events.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I really enjoy the cosplays because what was it this time? It was Thundercats, wasn't it this time?
Cheetah, yeah.
Yeah, fucking brilliant. And I admire what she does there, but I don't admire her wrestling ability. And if I'm not invested in her as a wrestler, I can't see past that. I can't, and that's why I watch AEW. I watch AEW purely for storytelling and fucking wrestling. What do we enjoy most about AEW?
Wrestling.
Now, what kind of wrestling do we enjoy? Pure fucking wrestling. Different styles of wrestling.
Yeah.
God forbid indie wrestling, which, you know what, actually, to be fair, on AEW, indie wrestling actually looks decent.
Yes.
Because they don't get a chessboard game out and play it fucking mid-match or at the start where nobody can fucking see on the floor. And then claim it was a boss idea when it wasn't. It was fucking garbage. But we won't talk about
that. No, I don't think you've covered it enough here. It's garbage!
Yeah, it's garbage. But yeah, like I say, she needs to drop that title now, and it needs to go somebody or somewhere because there are plenty of female wrestlers on that show at the moment that need a good push, and that belt is the best way to do it. She needs to come out of the main event scene. She needs to, because all she done, she made a debut. She made a debut, main roster. I'm pretty sure it was against fucking Cody Rhodes and his messes.
No, it wasn't. It couldn't be his missus because his missus... Well, it was originally meant to be his missus, but his missus was pregnant.
Oh, yeah, that was it. She was pregnant, so she couldn't do it. Because Shaquille O'Neal was in it, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Shaq Attack. Now, he shot me in that. But anyway, by the by. But she made a debut then. She's had like 40 matches in her career now. And she's not any better.
And she's undefeated.
Why? That's like me going into a company, completely green, fresh out of training school, fucking up so many times in a match and becoming main card champion or mid card champion. It doesn't make sense. He just shits over everybody who's got loads of experience and deserves the title more.
And there's people who are on Dark who are probably busting their ears trying to get on to the main roster.
One particular wrestler, female wrestler, that I think deserves a push to the main roster, and it'll shock you. It will shock you because you wouldn't think that I would think this of her, and that's Sky Blue.
No, I agree.
She has really, really impressed me, she has. Absolutely fantastic. She's done all them things with Dante Martin as well, like the mixed tag matches and stuff like that. And she's had so many good outings and so many good matches. She's been in matches with Britt Baker, etc., etc. And they've had matches with them. Yeah, okay, they jobbed out, but she did amazing. Even a tag partner as well did fantastic. There are so many women in that locker room that deserve it more than Jade Cargill, just because she's got a good body. Nobody cares.
Can I give you one spoiler for this week?
What?
Because it involves Jade Cargill.
Has it got something to do with that rapper?
Yep.
Don't know anything about it, so
basically they bitch at each other, what made it so funny is, wow.
Why did he turn around and say she was fucking wank as well?
Oh, no. How do I put this? He basically dismissed it in like almost an instant. It was like, it was just very, it was like, she turned up at his one of these areas where he's doing signings. Just walked in and goes, "What you got to say now? What you got to say now?" And he's like, "Yeah, damn, you're a pretty woman, pretty fine." Like, "What do you mean you're trying to hit on me? You ain't nothing. He's like, "Whoa, calm down. I like him fast, but keep the town bitches away from me. Town bitches." And then security steps in, drags them off, and then he's like, "Don't worry, I'll set up the date at 9 o'clock. Be there. I like him feisty. Just leave the gutter trash out." And I just paused and I just went, right, so you've just had Jay Cargill fucking utterly demeaned by Bow Wow.
Oh, that was it, Bow Wow.
And she's the TBS champion.
Yeah, and she got owned.
In less than 5 minutes.
I'm not going to lie, mate. I'm not really interested, but I just wanted to see. It's literally, when somebody's held a championship for too long and they need to drop it very
I get that.
Fucking soon.
Yeah, because eventually when someone holds on to a title for way too long, it gets boring, mediocre. The reactions get less and less because people don't give a fuck.
I'm telling you now, mate. I'm telling you now.
It's like you make a debut for somebody else and they get more over than them. I'm sorry, I'm going about somebody else there, aren't we?
Yeah, no, we completely gone
off track there.
But the sentiment remains the same.
Yeah, the point being is after a while. No, actually, case in point, Roman Reigns. Good point.
Roman Reigns. In fact, not just Roman Reigns, but the entire bloodline.
Yeah.
The entirety of bloodline, obviously they hold pretty much near enough all the gold. The only one that they're missing at the moment, well, the only two titles they're missing is Intercontinental and fucking United States.
Oh!
Shut up. Shut up.
What?
No, just shut up. I don't want to know.
Not that. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I have got a topic that we have got to discuss because it involves someone slating high flyers, but we'll get to that a bit later.
Jimmy Snooker again?
No, it was the fact that Braun Strowman took there saying, can you remember the statements he made at Crown Jewel when he went up against Omos?
I don't know, mate. I didn't watch it.
Well, we'll get back to that later. That'll come later. But anyway, point being is,
Jade Cargill needs to drop the title. It's getting stale.
she needs to drop the title. She needs to drop the title.
It's boring. It's literally right. It's like watching Goldberg all over again, but less exciting. Being pushed straight to the moon and is it potentially got the ability to fucking seriously injure somebody. Not gonna lie, I like a finish. I like Jaded. I really do like that finish. It's really good. And I do like the fact that she can do the pump kick. But everything else is terrible. I've seen her literally freeze like a deer in headlights when it comes to just doing a sequenced move. It could just be the international and she's just like, oh, fuck, I'm like a deer in the headlights.
Wristlock to hammerlock. Which arm is it again?
Yeah, exactly. And it just doesn't make any sense. And I've seen her freeze too many times, forget the spots. It says a lot when Willow made her look stupid.
Oh, yeah.
And that was utterly ridiculous. She was meant to... You could tell what it was. It was supposed to be an extra move beforehand. She forgot, froze. Willow had to fucking improvise, strike her, and start all over again. If it wasn't for Willow, that would have been very awkward.
Awkward.
Especially for a fucking headlining female wrestler.
Yep.
Let's just face it, the only reason why she's champion is because she's got the physique that of a dominant person, of a dominant female wrestler. Somebody that could take on the guys. You know, just stick her up against Jeff Jarrett and we can have that IC title match all over again. But instead of China, it's going to be with fucking Jade.
Yeah, bear in mind the last time that Jarrett did that, he sort of blackmailed WWE with that one.
Yeah, we know, but we're not talking about that, though. Well, I'm just saying, she needs to drop the title and her reign needs to come to an end. She needs a reality check because she can't keep wrestling the way that she is at the moment. She needs more experience. She needs to become more fluent with her moves. She needs to learn more sequences. She needs to get the basics on the mat wrestling right. Because I just couldn't. If I ever turned up at a mystery seminar and paid like 50 to 70 quid to go to a seminar and she was there doing the seminar, I'd literally demand my money back.
Out, money back now.
Yeah, I'd be like, I want my money back. Well, why? Because she can't wrestle. And then it's like, oh, isn't that a bit disrespectful? No, it's the fact. It's the fact. I don't dislike her as a person. I just don't want to put my safety in the hands of somebody that doesn't really care.
Yeah.
So if she gets a push for the main title when she drops that title, I'm literally, I think the women's division's going to be over. And please, for the love of God, do not put her up against Saraya. She's a fucking national treasure. I don't wish to see somebody get fucking killed in the ring.
Just no.
But anyway, let's move on to the rest of the pay-per-view, which was literally...
Can I just put
probably one of the best
quickly?
Pay-per-views.
Because I didn't say much.
Well, it's because you weren't supposed to.
So, fuck it. I'll just be quick. 8-minute match. Gutter trash. Should have been way better. For somebody who's a champion, you'd expect way more than that. And no, it was just fucking shite. The fact is, you can look pretty, you can come out, have a grand entrance. So fucking what? You've got, you can look pretty and everything. You still got to do the fucking match. Match with garbage. Move the fuck on.
Yeah.
Get it on somebody else who knows what the fuck they're doing.
And
get
it's
it
also
done.
Also, as well, I want to point out a bit later about safety in wrestling because there was one fucking match thing that, well, I'll talk about it later because when I saw it, I was like, no, too far.
Yeah, there were a few safety things that I noticed little bits.
Not just in that match, but also in like independent matches on the indie scene.
Yeah.
So anyway. The rest of the card, I can't complain about any match. I really, really want to talk about Saraya and Britt Baker because for me, that match was exactly what I wanted and expected. It was emotional, it was raw, it was gritty, it was safe. It was everything that I was expecting it to be. I did not expect Saraya to come out, put on a fucking worldie of a 5-star match, and blow it out the park. People who are saying that she's shit and she should retire, no. How about you go break your fucking neck and then go try to do something that you love after you've done it?
After not being in it for so long.
You ask any footballer who's been doing it for so long and they've been training for so many years, When they retire, you ask any footballer, do you wish you were still doing it? And he'd be like, yeah, I wish I could do it again.
Do you miss it? No, I'm not missing it. They will not be saying that.
Yeah. Carl Pilkington, bullshit. If any football ever said that, it'd be bullshit. Any wrestler who's retired, take case in point, Ric Flair.
I was just about to say, biggest case in point, Ric Flair.
Ric fucking Flair. He cannot keep away from the fucking ring. But then again,
another case.
Even though throughout his life he's been a selfish bellend, the guy could not mentally reduce himself to be at home. He had to be on the road. He had to be doing it. He had to be wrestling. He had to be Ric Flair. He had to be the character. He had to be him. He had to be him because he just couldn't be anybody else. And I think he got like emotionally invested in being that person all the time. So he couldn't mentally break away from it.
Yeah.
So I kind of sympathise with him on that because obviously there's traits in our lives that we wish we didn't do, but we still do it.
Yeah.
So I totally get where he's coming from. But anyway, case in point, people should not be literally cutting off after one match when you could see how emotional she was. For me, her footwork was fantastic. She didn't do a thing wrong. Yeah, okay. A couple of things were like, oh, God, please don't break.
Or, it might not have been looked as impactful at times, but she was being safe.
Yeah, exactly. And I can guarantee you that Britt Baker was completely understanding and extremely fucking helpful in saying, right, now this is why I said that Britt Baker is the best female wrestler for Saraya to work.
Yeah.
Do I think that Saraya should have won? No. No, I don't. I think Britt Baker should have won so we could continue the feud and go for at least about a month to maybe 2 months in this feud so she gets shakes off the ring rust.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to see. But,
we'll see where it goes.
Kudos to the booking team. They wanted to put Saraya over. It's their decision. It's out of our hands. Do I think it shits on Britt Baker? No, because we all know what she's capable of.
Yeah.
We all know the 5-star matches. She was one of the first women to ever have a 5-star fucking no DQ match.
Yep.
So I'm completely happy with the match itself. The people that are saying that it was shit and it was boring, well, that just goes to show how stupid and ignorant you really are then.
Yeah. For
she
somebody
did everything right. Her movement was fantastic. And if you ask any wrestler how hard that must have been for her to come back after 5 years of being on the shelf, they will tell you the same.
And a lot of people consider there saying, oh, why didn't you train up all the time? Bear in mind, she'd only just recently got cleared, right? And then on top of that, she's then got to also get herself ring ready. Now, what would happen if during her training session she busted her neck again?
Yeah, exactly. While she was trying to get medical cleared, and then that would have been it. Then she would have been in this process then of years of trying to get medicals to clear her again. So why should she do it? Why should she break her neck again? She already broke her neck once for that business, so why would she want to do it again?
On top of that, you've also got the added bonus of how much time did she actually have to prepare for that match by being fully cleared?
By the looks of things, I don't think she trained for long.
I think it was a month.
Yeah, I think it was a month, maybe 2 months.
And everyone can sit there and saying, well, you can train every day. I don't care. You can't. It's an impact on the body.
It's a physical... Yes, you can train every day, but you have to... So, one day that you train in wrestling, you're doing rolls, you're doing the basics, practicing your lockups, etc., etc. Next day, you're practicing your bumps, taking moves, giving moves, etc., etc. Third day, cardio. Fourth day, back to basics.
Fifth day.
It just goes on and on and on. And this is the commitment that they have to have to become the wrestlers that they are. Obviously, a lot of other wrestlers and a lot of wrestlers will go, "Oh, what the fuck you on about, Irvine? We don't train like that." Well, everybody's different. This is how I would see training. If I could train every day for wrestling, that's exactly how I would do it.
Yeah, because at the same time, in some cases, for some individuals, some have got full-time jobs. They're not in the gym all the time.
I know, even though I'd love to be, but I'm just fucking tired, so I can't. I'm on a calorie deficit, matey. I can't.
I like that one.
But yeah, I just thought that match was really solid, and I'm actually over the moon that she's back. I'm over the moon because I know what it takes to come back from a serious injury. I know. I don't care. People can say, "Oh, well, you shut up on about your injury." I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Go fuck yourself if that's how you feel. But I know exactly how it feels to come back from an injury. Guaranteed, albeit different circumstances. But at the end of the day,
if they want to bitch at you for that, why don't they bitch at Kurt Angle for him reminding everybody? How did he win a gold medal?
I don't know. He's never told the story.
He's never told it, has he?
No, he's never mentioned the story.
Yeah.
But honestly, you look at Edge. He had both of them had the same injury. Edge was out for how many years before he come back?
Yeah.
Was it 7 years?
Something like that. And bear in mind, Edge is even taking his time off. He's having to do matches not all the time.
Yeah, but that's obviously due to the age difference as well.
True, but even so, he's still being cautious because it's his neck.
You saw Edge come back. See, this is where people are very, very wrong in how they are. But I can guarantee you that Edge was training a lot longer before he came back to the Royal Rumble.
Oh, hell yeah. Because he's got his own ring, hasn't he?
I bet you he was medically cleared years before he returned.
Yeah. It was just trying to get that mental block.
Yeah. And when he came back in the Rumble, yeah, he got the fucking huge, humongous pop. But the injury, you're always thinking in the back of your mind, he was wrestling on borrowed time. And for Saraya, she's still young.
Yeah.
Her body could heal a lot easier and a lot faster.
Yeah.
Heal in different ways.
Yep.
And obviously, I'll make no bones about it. I love Saraya Ryder. I loved her in WWE. I thought she was probably the only female wrestler I could watch in WWE at the time, other than Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair.
Mm-hmm.
And then when them three teamed up against the Balor twins and Alicia Fox,
yeah,
it just thingy, because obviously I'm watching Total Divas at the minute, and I find it really fascinating. And watching Paige go through all the stuff.
Is everything okay on your side?
Yeah, why?
It just sounds a bit muffled.
Oh, sorry, I'll just take this petty dick out my mouth.
Ah.
There you go. But anyway, like I say, I'm just fascinated by her return altogether. I'm just fascinated by it.
Yeah.
I really, really am, because I know how hard it is to come back, and it must be fucking scary and terrifying, and I know it was for me. So for her, it was a neck, which is a lot more serious than your cheekbone.
Yeah.
But it's still the same. You got that fear: am I going to get hurt after the first bump?
I can relate to you through other means, but with mine wasn't exactly per se an illness. An injury. Mine was more of an illness that took me onto the shelf. But it sucks.
It does. It's fucking hard. It's that mental block you've got to overcome.
And it does put you in the question of...
She had hundreds of matches before she broke her neck. I was literally on my third match. So I think I can relate to where she's coming from.
Yeah.
And it was really nice to watch the reaction between her and her brother before and after the match. It's just fantastic. It was just very, very,
and
very...
And during the match.
Yeah, during the match as well. He was very, very invested. You know. But anyway, like I say, other matches, I would say I'm not overly keen on the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega coming back. I just think it's very hypocritical. But at the end of the day, you want to do the childish antics with, getting wayward sons.
I think it's a work.
I just don't know. But I thought the match itself, wow.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of indie wrestling that I do enjoy.
Yeah.
I could watch the Lucha Brothers all day.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're brilliant.
Death Triangle?
Yeah, Death Triangle. I could watch. I mean, Pac, when he was double champ.
Yep.
I could watch Pac all day. I think he's fucking phenomenal athlete.
Yep. Oh, just so you know, we're not covering the pre-show, by the way. Just so you know.
No, I was just about to say, the pre-show was good, though.
It was good. Definitely worth a watch. But we're just covering the main show.
The pre-show. If you can't afford to watch Full Gear, but you can afford to watch the pre-show because it's free.
It's entertaining,
and it's probably on YouTube.
Yes.
Because I know it was on YouTube.
Yes.
But yeah, so fantastic match, and now we're getting like a best of 7, which I'm not overly keen on, if I'm being honest. You've got plenty of other trios teams out there in AEW at the moment. House of Black
better 7 for the championship belt. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I say, I'm really enjoying Orange Cassidy's run as champion as well.
Mm-hmm.
I just think he's just too unique. He is just too unique. Hands up, everybody who enjoyed Danhausen.
Right here.
The fucking devil inside. Fucking brilliant. Oh, he spiked him. Fucking hell. But anyway, we're not covering the pre-show. No. But yeah, no, like I say, you've got that. You've got the trios match. So that's 3 matches. What was it? Was it a 7-match card?
For the entire event?
Yeah.
Oh, no. 10.
10 matches. That's a lot of wrestling.
Yeah.
That's a lot of wrestling.
Right, so yeah, we've covered we've covered Jay Cargill, we've covered Surveyor, we've covered Death Triangle. Shall we move on to some interesting stuff?
Go on.
Jungle Boy Jack Perry.
Oh yeah, I love that. That was
versus Luchasaurus.
Fucking brilliant that was. I've always said that Luchasaurus sometimes can look a bit clumsy, a bit dangerous, but
yeah,
wow.
The only thing
got such
there
good
was
chemistry.
Good chemistry, great match. There was only one issue I had with that match, but it was more with the structure, and I felt sorry for Jack Perry because that fucking shit had to hurt.
Is that the elbow drop you're on about?
No, when he got stuck between the fucking ring and the cage.
Oh yeah, the structure's a bit off-putting.
Yeah.
There's like a few inches of gap between the actual skirting and the cage itself.
You know what I'm on about now, don't you?
Yeah, and it wasn't just the once though. It happened a few times, and I was thinking, "Ooh, fuck me, that's gotta suck." But damn, that cage is also fucking high.
Yeah.
That one looks a lot higher than the one that WWE uses.
Yes, it is.
And when he did that elbow drop,
Yeesh.
fucking hell. I felt sorry for him because of the fact that the table didn't break on the initial drop. He didn't put enough of his body onto Luchasaurus. But Jesus Christ, that
Guaranteed that be on Botchamania.
I don't know. Was it
No,
a
no,
botch?
No.
Was it a botch?
I don't think it was a botch.
Was it a
in
botch?
the sense of, I don't think it was a botch in the sense of they did the move wrong. I think it was a botch the fact that the table didn't break. It'll just be a I am the table moment.
No, it is. The table did break, but it broke at the wrong moment. Yeah, it broke after Jungle Boy's arse was already at the canvas.
Yeah.
And his elbow was still on the table, and all I kept thinking of, oh, my ribs.
It was just pain.
It was just painful. You know what I was expecting? I was expecting to do something ridiculous like fucking swanton or a fucking moonsault. That's what I was expecting. I was not expecting an elbow. I was happy he went with the elbow drop.
But at the same time, the landing of it, though, I bet he had a dead leg.
What do you mean, dead leg? I reckon his coccyx is in his throat.
Dead leg? It depends.
A bit like the 1PW one.
Oh, no. Well, I've actually found out that gentleman who did that, I think he might have retired now.
I wonder why.
He may have retired. Ow.
Yeah, I wonder why he's retired. It might be because his
enough.
arse is now where his head should be.
Yeah, but no, the match was brilliant. Christian Cage work with him was brilliant, and honestly, they have good chemistry.
And for once, Luchasaurus didn't look like he was going to hurt somebody.
No.
You know, he actually looked like a fucking monster. Danny, if you're ever going to push a monster, it's him.
Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, stop trying to compare him to fucking Kane with his entrance music.
Yeah, it's completely different.
Yes.
I don't understand that. I don't know why people are thinking that it's similar, because it's not. It's nothing. It's nowhere near similar.
Yeah, I agree with you. But anyway, shall we continue?
Yeah, next match.
The Ocho.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh, no.
What?
I was just thinking of the Dynamite before Full Gear.
Yeah, go on.
Former Ring of Honor champions.
Yeah.
But that wasn't a former Ring of Honor champion.
Tag team champion.
Yeah, but he wasn't a former Ring of Honor world champion.
Technically, the tag team champions are classified as a world tag team champions. It's a technicality, and the fact that the irony of it is the fact that who did he win them tag titles with?
Yeah, no, but I also thought it was like a pissing on somebody's cornflakes.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh, though, that people are overlooking the fact that what he's done wrong.
Yep.
To justify, villainising CM Punk. But either way, they've both done things that are wrong. So I'm not even.
I just hope it's a work.
We won't talk about that. Yeah.
I just think it's a work. That's it. Done. Moving on.
Well, no, we'll talk about that after. So yeah, we got the Ocho in a fatal four-way.
Chris Jericho versus Bryan Danielson,
Cesaro,
Claudio Castagnoli,
and
and Sammy Guevara.
Mate, is it me, or do I feel like Sammy Guevara and Bryan Danielson have got really good chemistry?
Yeah, and at the same time, will them pairs stop fucking kicking the shit out of each other that hard? Because A, I don't want to see Bryan being injured again, and B, I don't want Sammy Guevara being in the same position that Bryan Danielson's in.
Yeah, being injured again.
Yeah.
But it ended. I mean, what annoyed me is people were saying like, "Oh, it's ended in a botch. It's ended in a botch." No, it's just mistiming. It just misjudged it. But did he recover well? Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And did they make it look solid? Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
And are we getting another match between Claudio Castagnoli and fucking Chris Jericho? Yes, we are.
I'm not saying anything.
Sooner rather than later. But anyway,
I'm not saying.
I just thought the whole tiff between him and Sammy Guevara after they were saying like, "Oh, Blackpool Combat Club's falling apart, blah blah blah. You've got to face each other and beat the crap out of each other." But did you not see like the mutual respect they had for each other? They shook hands before.
Yeah.
They battled. They shook hands after.
Yeah.
That to me is pure brilliance. But yeah, the Jericho Appreciation Society was starting to show cracks.
But then I thought it was so funny how Jericho covered it. You know, he's a top competitor. He's a top sport entertainer. I expected nothing less of him.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, I told him to do that. You know what I mean? It was quite funny.
Jericho is he is the gift that keeps on giving.
I hope Jericho can keep going as long as Ric Flair did.
And I'm just gonna say this. Unfortunately, he got knocked out of the Masked Singer US.
Was it really him? I don't know.
Yes, it was.
I don't know. I can't tell. Must have been the outfit he was wearing.
What, the Dragon Bride outfit?
Yeah, it was funny though.
No, but anyway, but honestly,
the thing that I found about that most of all is that everybody put in a fucking hell of a shift.
Yeah.
You literally, if you attended Full Gear, you've got your money's worth and
Sold.
more.
No, and that's not even at the main event yet. We'll get more on that later.
Yeah, but now we aren't even on the main event. But yeah, so brilliant match. I'm glad Jericho's still champion because thingy, but I do believe that Bryan Danielson deserves the title now.
Yeah.
So yeah, but anyway, let's continue.
Triple threat. AEW TNT Championship.
I remember messaging you after the result of that match, and even I was shocked.
Although, Wardlow, what the fuck are you doing for a man your size?
What do you mean?
Getting whipped into the corner and he fucking steps up the fucking turnbuckles.
Oh yeah, fucking hell. People don't realise how nimble Wardlow is for a big guy.
That's what I mean. It's like...
People say that Keith Lee's fucking nimble, and believe you me, he fucking is.
Oh, he's fucking nimble, but fuck me!
You were not expecting him to be doing shit like that, were you?
You know it's unexpected when Joe gets caught out by a fucking high-flying move.
Yeah, exactly. From Wardlow.
Because Joe is normally the one where someone goes up for a high-flying move. Yeah, fuck that shit, little guy. I expected that. Wardlow, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. So this is what I like about the whole Samoa Joe and Wardlow scenario, is that he was not expecting it. But to be fair, Powerhouse Hobbs is looking fucking brilliant at the moment. I'm really enjoying him at the moment. I think he's doing fucking great. He needs to tone down on the snarling a bit because it's a bit cheesy, but you know, it's like I wish that William Regal had stopped doing it sometimes as well, because I just keep thinking to myself,
you've got no intention of hitting somebody, so why are you scowling?
But he's a
You
villain.
know what I mean?
It's
Yeah,
really
but
cool. He can get away with it.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. It's just,
Yeah.
but either way, I thought, fucking hell, what a match! It was solid. It was
Yeah.
so good, and I enjoyed it. Did I expect Samoa Joe to walk out with TNT title?
No.
I did not. So now he's not just a single champion, but a double champ.
Yep.
So that says to me, when's he dropping that to TV title?
Yeah.
Because
we'll see.
It's obvious to me that he's going to be... Cause
if you need your top babyface mid-card champion, if you need to put him in a really good feud with somebody, do better than Samoa Joe.
Oh, damn right.
And let's just put it this way: War Joe was not getting over.
No,
and it was bringing them both heat, and I think that's why they were literally just like, you know what, we need to stop this now before the Rock kicks in.
Yeah.
And they did a good job. They had Joe turn on Wardlow, and they did a good job of the storytelling though, because Samoa Joe was sick of Wardlow being cocky, arrogant. He had one eye on Powerhouse Hobbs, but completely forgot about the man that's always telling everybody you should have eyes in the back of your head.
Yeah. Otherwise, you go what?
Night. But I've been watching Samoa Joe since, his debut in TNA, and I'm like...
Original ROH run days.
Yeah,
He's
and
gold.
I'm just like, this guy is going to be a star.
Yeah. Even in the ROH days, his first run, the early ones, it's like, someone's like, oh, he's really good. It's like, yeah, he's going to be something. And when he started going places, like, he went over to TNA Impact, boom, it's begun.
See, the thing is, for me, Samoa Joe is like MJF is at the moment, but he's always been like that. Whether he's a heel or a face,
he's over.
The crowd can't hate him.
Joe's gonna kill you.
Yeah,
done.
They just can't hate him.
Brilliant.
Just can't do it. And me personally, I loved his WWE music.
Yeah, but I also like his AEW music.
Yeah, I do like his AEW music. Not as much as his WWE music, but I do.
You mean the second
really
one or the first one?
The second one.
Yeah, definitely, because it sounded like a monster at the beginning, didn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And plus, because of it, you can easily chant his name during the song.
Yeah.
And it's just brilliant. But, yeah, so like I say, solid match. Powerhouse Hobbs. I mean, he's due a title run with a mid-card title soon, so it makes me wonder if he's going to be the one to take the TV title, or if they're going to move Wardlow over to the ROH side for a bit, just take him out the limelight for a bit, because people might be getting bored with him, or I don't know. Either way, they've got to play it smart, and I think they have done by taking the title off.
Yeah.
And
we'll see what they got next.
Faces aren't supposed to have big, long title runs.
No, they don't.
Gets boring.
Yes. We haven't hinted that more than once, have we?
No. So, yeah. Anyway, next match. I think we should go with Flat Nut.
I was just about to say, it definitely is that one. Wow.
Jeff Jarrett.
Man
Wow.
can still go.
That man can still fucking go. It reminded me of Can Edge still go? You know what I mean?
What makes it weird is both of us were like, can he still do it? And then finding out both Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal are having a competition of who can bomb the most insane.
Yeah, exactly. And it was just like, Jeff Jarrett. He's literally like the man. controversial as he is, he's a fucking legend.
And hearing
So a
that
lot of
song,
people,
my world.
yeah, exactly. So his promo when he first come back was brilliant. I was still hoping that he'd be like, say the line.
Yeah.
Don't piss me off. I really want him to say it, but he hasn't said it yet.
Not yet.
But, he's just... I've missed him, and I'm so glad he's kept his TNA music.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so glad, because it's fucking brilliant. I love that
No, I
music.
think he actually owns that copyright of that song.
He should do, really, shouldn't he? Because obviously he was the man that fucking started NWA, TNA.
Well, his dad was, but he took over.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he started bringing it into the limelight.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing I will say is, Satnam Singh. How the fuck did you hide from the camera so well at times?
Yeah, honestly, mate.
You know what I'm on about, don't you?
I was like, the ladder spot. I know exactly what you're on about. It was supposed to be a coffin drop onto Jeff Jarrett onto the outside, but what happened?
Caught.
Thing caught him, and he was like, "Where the fuck did you just come from?"
He was like, "What fucking dimension have you come from?"
He's like 7 foot plus, and it's like, where the fuck were you hiding?
Hang on. I need to know exactly how tall he is now.
I think, is he 7'2", something like that?
7'2".
The guy's a fucking monster. Monster.
7'2", 360 pounds.
Dude, that guy's a fucking weapon.
And my God, I've just seen his age. Wow.
How old is he?
Wow. That hurt. He's 26.
Fucking hell.
He's 26.
Damn, you know what they say about bringing him up and giving birth to him on a farm? Going big and dumb on the farm.
He's 26.
Big, dumb, and stupid.
He'll be 27 literally in a few days' time.
Do you want me to tell you my favourite part of the whole feud between Darby Allin, Jay Lethal?
Go on.
When that singles match.
Yeah.
Fuck
me. I know what's coming here.
He goes for the fucking dive, the coffin drop dive.
No, suicide dive.
No, was it suicide dive? Yeah, that was it. Suicide dive. He comes out of the fucking ropes like a bullet from a gun. Just goes pink. Just bounces straight off Sanjay Dutt. You're like,
no,
whoa.
he means Satnam.
Satnam, sorry.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Just bounced
honestly.
off. And I'll be honest with you, I think Botchamania got the best soundbite for that scene.
I think he shit himself.
No. Yoinks and away. Yoinks and away.
I just every time something like that happens, I just keep thinking to myself of Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
It was at that moment he fucked up.
But the weird thing about it is, I've got to say, for Satnam, fuck me to stand his ground at somebody coming at that speed, regardless of how small somebody is, someone's velocity can catch off guard. Not that I know.
Yeah, well, you know that all too well. Ask your fingers.
Yeah, cheers for that.
Satnam Singh, mate, honestly, he is a fucking unit. But where he came from, I was just like, what the fuck? Where did you fucking come from?
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, mate, that match was fucking boss, straight from the word go.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Sting doing his usual duties. You can
no
tell
disqualification.
You can tell he's like slowing down a lot now, but when he jumped off the fucking railing, Jay Lethal, fucking.
I will say this. I will say this. You know, you got. That made me laugh. Darby Allin Caught mid-air. Nope, I've got you like a baby. Stinker's flying off. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, exactly. But you got to remember, though, Sting's a big bloke.
He's not a small unit. He's not small.
You know, but it's funny because Sting and Jeff Jarrett have wrestled each other so many times.
Yeah.
And the thing I liked about it is when they had their trade-offs in the match, when it eventually got going properly, it looked fucking brilliant, and I really enjoyed it.
Not missed a beat, and...
Yeah, exactly. Sting didn't look like he was gassed at any point. He actually looked like he'd been training.
And neither is Jarrett.
Yeah, well, Jarrett just like...
He's
in phenomenal shape. Mate, if I was in his shape at his age, I would be over the moon.
Yeah, straight away, no wonder he keeps sitting there saying, ain't I great?
Yeah. And it's like the whole guitar thing as well. It's just a lot of nostalgia for me.
Yeah.
Because you think about it, we were watching him in the 90s in WWE.
Yeah, for a bit, and then in WCW.
Yeah, WCW, NWA, TNA, got inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And it just, wow. He can do a job. He could do a job in any company. He really could.
And a lot of people sit there and say, well, why is he still wrestling? I think Crowbar hit the nail on the head, a former WCW wrestler. He turned around and he just went, he's still got a lot to teach. And as much as this era of wrestling is the most advanced in doing technical moves and everything, they're missing the mystery piece. The more the showmanship side that Jarrett knows so well.
Yeah. And it's just... It's like I say, I've as much as people have always said like they didn't like watching Jarrett back in the day and stuff like that. Well, I'm sorry, but you're just stupid and you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because I really enjoy watching. And when he come out with his old gear on as well, I was like, that's just fucking ace. That is.
His old NWA TNA gear.
Yeah. And I just thought, mate, you can still do a job. I could happily watch Jeff Jarrett wrestle every week if he could still go every week. But I think with him being older, I think obviously it'd take a toll on his body and he'd have to slow down a little bit and then pick up again and slow down. A bit like Sting had to.
Yeah.
A bit like Sting had to in TNA.
Which is fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We all love Sting anyway, so, guy's pushing fucking 70, man.
Yeah.
He's in his early 60s, so he's pushing up to 70 and he's getting there. I don't think he'll fully retire. I think he'll be in a role where he'll be managerial.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And helping teach the next generation.
I think it'd be cool as well if they brought back the main event Mafia.
Going to be a little bit tricky on that one.
Yeah, I know it is, but I'm just saying it'd be cool. Now, that would be nostalgic.
I don't think they could now, could they?
Probably not, no. Because obviously you need Kurt Angle and you need Kevin Nash.
And bear in mind, Nash definitely can't because he so much as getting into the ring, he tears a quad.
Well, it's not just that though, his knees are fucked as well.
Exactly.
But anyway, moving on to the next match. I think we should do the tag match next.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Sneaky Swerve and Keith Lee versus The Acclaimed. Because everybody loves The Acclaimed.
Yep. And a lot of people were sitting there saying Swerve and Our Glory are taking the belts back because Swerve's going to be sneaky and because Anthony Bowens is possibly injured, blah, 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 blah. I was like, no. There's no way they are fucking taking the belts off The Acclaimed. And
no chance. No, if anything, it'll be going... them titles eventually, they'll be going to somebody like FTR. That's what I get a feeling of. They'll be going to FTR. But either way, mate, I'm happy because the Acclaimed is just fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
I thought the match was just pure fucking genius.
It was good.
The finish of it was good as well. It made a lot of sense. Keith Lee's had enough of Sneaky Swerve and his sneaky shit.
Yeah.
And it was like, this is not how I want to win. I want to wrestle and win. If you can't do that, then I'm not fucking with you.
Yeah.
Whether or not that'll stick, because obviously I saw a bit of Dynamite from this week where they were doing the whole we need to talk without the cameras. I still think there's going to be a feud between Swerve and
there is. You know it is.
But, mate, honestly, the Acclaim are just fucking brilliant. I love them to bits.
Yeah.
I think they're brilliant. They're a breath of fresh air. They're like the new version. They're like a newer DX, but with a massive twist.
Yeah.
And
again, Billy Gunn's
refreshing.
Involved.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I didn't want to turn up to the DX reunion. Well, why not? Well, quite frankly, that part has been played out too much now, and I'm quite enjoying myself where I am. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And why the fuck would I drop AEW just to come back for that?
Now, bear in mind, the deal was he could have gone back as long as he just acknowledged where he works. And he was like, nope, we're not allowing that. We're not allowing that.
Yeah, because it's not PG. I wonder if he'd have turned around and done a whole scissor me.
I don't think he would. Because that'd be giving WWE more views. He'd probably offer a haircut.
Yeah, it's like... But, mate, I just really fucking... I'm enjoying the tag division too much on AEW. I think there's too many tag teams at the moment that are just too good.
But it's great.
Top Flight are back. They're just brilliant at what they do. They've got a long way to go.
I can't say. I'm not saying anything.
They've got a long way to go before they become AEW champions, but I'm just looking forward to seeing what they can do. Just everything's just too good, especially when you've got veterans in the ring like the Butcher and the Blade, and know you've got FTR, you've got the Young Bucks back, you've got you've got fucking Lucha Brothers, even though they're trio tag champs at the minute. It just oozes a lot for me. You've got the Acclaimed. You can't complain. I think that Swerve and Our Glory needs to break up? Yeah, I do, to be fair.
Yeah, it needs to.
It needs to. I think that one's just run its course a bit now.
And I'll be honest with you, I still think the Sneaky Swerve is the best fucking thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, still Sneaky Swerve. And every single time he puts it into a fucking rap as well, it makes me laugh. It's like, you feel like at 1 minute he's going out of sync with the rap, and then all of a sudden he fucking brings it back with Sneaky Swerve, and it's like, oh, fucking mint that is.
Bam! Right there.
Pow, rat and a kisser.
Yeah, but great match. But next match, have you had anything spoiled for them this week?
Wow, what match are we on?
Interim AEW Women's World Championship.
Oh, no, I know all about that. I know all about Thunder Rosa.
You do?
Yeah, it's not the interim anymore. She is now actually the...
I'll cover...
AEW Women's Champion.
I am going to cover why I think that's happened.
Well,
after we've discussed
let's
the match.
just put it this way. The match was fucking brilliant.
What a fucking match. A few times I was watching, I'm just now thinking to myself, we're going to go down the same route because too many big moves have just happened. And it was like, nah, it's not happening. It's not happening.
It's not happening. And then all of a sudden, bang, just comes straight out of nowhere. And I'm just like, you know what? As soon as I thought, oh, fucking hell, Tony Storm's won it, I was like, fuck, she's kicked out. I marked out. Let's just put it this way. I will happily admit I marked out for that match.
Yeah.
But other than that, am I happy with the result? Fucking over the moon.
Yeah.
Because Tony Storm was actually starting to get booed.
I'll discuss some my feelings on why that's happened a bit later.
I don't feel it, but, you know, whatever.
No.
But
there's a reason why I think it's happened.
Jamie Hayter is going to be a fucking brilliant champion.
Definitely.
She's got the it factor for me. I've been saying it for fucking ages. Been saying it for the last couple of years. She's got it. She's got the it factor. She looks fucking brilliant in the ring. She can fucking wrestle her socks off.
And it makes you even more prouder as well. What really makes me proud? She's British. She's British.
Alright, fucking try not to suck the dick out of it too much.
No, she's from Southampton, Hampshire. Brilliant wrestler, put in the hard work, and genuinely has come out looking like gold.
Well, the thing is, I like the most about it is when they're saying like her and Tony Storm shared a flat together during the pandemic. They were both homeless, so they lived together during the pandemic in England. And it's like, this story's really good. I'm invested.
And do you know what I think makes it even more funny? And this is what you're going to laugh at. WWE had Jamie Hayter for one episode of NXT UK and having her lose to Piper Niven, now currently known as Dewdrop, in a squash match.
Quite literally.
Right? And my issue is there, WWE just went, just get her buried. Now look at her.
Yeah. AEW Women's Champion, no longer interim.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But we'll have to move on quickly because we're running out of time.
That we are. Absolute workhorse, brilliant, phenomenal. Couldn't have been more happier of that match result, and it was just
well deserved,
truly phenomenal. And is there any more I can add on to it?
No,
really?
I would say that Jamie Hayter is one of my favourite female wrestlers.
Yeah,
because she's strong, she's fast, she's nimble. Just everything I was expecting, and I just loved it. But anyway, moving on.
Oh, the big one.
The big one. The shocker.
Now, some people
MJF.
called it. Some people didn't. Yes, if you called it, fine. You called it. No need to be fucking smug about it.
But did you really call it, or did you just call it after the match had finished?
No, one person put out a post beforehand, and then literally shows that, but he's doing the proper. I told you. It's like, yeah, you're now just like a smug cunt.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, though. I said to you ages ago, I can see the belt changing hands.
Oh yeah, definitely. But the difference is, at the same time, it was like, where did that put the whole situation?
Well, obviously, I know I've watched the promo between Regal, Moxley, and Bryan Danielson, which was fire, by the way.
Yeah.
But what his is his association with MJF? That's the thing. That's the question.
I've got a feeling I know what it is. I've got a feeling I know what it is.
Passing the mantle without passing the mantle physically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense to me. And that's why I thought MJF is going to be the new champion.
And it was one of them. The second you saw the match itself, the crowd.
He needs to be a fighting champion. Because how many matches has he had?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want him to be one of these where it's just like he's going to come out every Wednesday or on Rampage, just cut a promo, and then you don't see him wrestle till the main event.
Yeah, we don't want that.
But obviously, he's got to wrestle soon anyway, because he's got to wrestle on Winter Is Coming.
Yes.
Bearing in mind, which will be Sting's 2-year anniversary debut.
Yes.
Since his debut. So, the match itself, it was fucking brutal, and I thought, I couldn't be any more in love with MJF right now than I am.
Oh yeah, the weird thing about it is, and Mox, thank fuck you are smart enough to sit there, because the problem I had, and this is a bit of the problem I had with Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter, is when the crowd was turning on Storm, she was still doing the, I'm the goodie. Jamie Hayter doing, I'm the baddie.
Yeah, exactly. There wasn't any leeway there, even though I did feel like Hayter was going to turn at some point, at least because, Britt Baker kept holding her back.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Mox versus MJF. Fuck me!
It was brutal.
It is brutal, but then
even
you've
sometimes
got...
I thought as well, I thought, ow, that must hurt.
That had to suck!
And for me, MJF, he actually stood toe-to-toe with Moxley at certain parts, but then you could see, he's not a brawler.
Yeah.
And that was the whole point of the match. He was showing the differences, the weaknesses between MJF and Mox, but obviously Mox had him at the end, and then it happened.
Oh no, the best thing about it is when you got Mox baiting the crowd.
Exactly, baiting the crowd. We were really over the moon with that because we were just like, you know what, actually, Moxley, yeah.
Smart man.
You played your usual role and you were just like, I don't give a fuck.
He leaned into the curve. It was like, I don't care if you boo me or cheer me. I want to kill this guy.
Exactly, and that's how it should be. And that's what I like
genius.
About it. Exactly, that's what I like about it. It's fucking genius. But also, at the same time, when it happened at the end, I'm not going to use the diamond ring to win. William Regal was like, don't you dare, don't you dare, don't you dare. So then MJF was like, you know what, fuck you. Chuck the ring on the floor, and I was thinking, oh, no way, he's going to win clean. He's going to win clean. I was like, no, something's off here.
Yeah.
And then, obviously...
You see that moment, and your brain just suddenly just goes, oh, shit!
As soon as I saw Moxley have MJF pin him, and then he'd just be like, get the referee. Or was he tapping out?
He was, I believe it was, he tapped. He
tapping out, wasn't he? And he was like, get the referee. And I was like, oh shit, something's going to happen. And then I wasn't expecting that to happen. I was expecting somebody to come out and save MJF.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect it to be the man that started the Blackpool Combat Club.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bam! Done.
The old William Regal trick of sliding the brass knucks into MJF, and I'm like, oh shit, there it is. I had fucking hairs standing up on my arms and the back of my neck. Like, that is so fucking good.
Oh, yeah.
It makes me wonder where they are going with the storyline with that, though.
Some people thought somebody was leaving, but they're not. They're definitely not.
Yeah, they probably thought that Regal was fucking leaving.
Yeah, they did. But
Because
he's
of
not.
War Games.
But here's the thing. It is absolutely brilliant. The fact of that promo that was cut on the following week. But to be honest with you, there's two things I want to cover now that we've covered the entire pay-per-view. One is going to be on the whole Jamie Hayter situation and Toni Storm. I felt sorry for Toni Storm because she didn't get as much level to push because she was always classified as the interim AEW Women's World Champion. Thunder Rosa was always in the fucking wing.
Yeah, she was always in the limelight, and they could see that.
And it was like, yeah, you're just a paper champion. You're just a paper champion. You're just a paper champion. So she didn't get really any momentum.
Yeah, and that was like, it'll be hard for her to come back from that.
Yeah, it's going to be hard from that. And then when Hayter wins it, immediately, she isn't the interim anymore. She's now the full champion.
Yeah, and that is another way of getting heat on her. But the thing is, though, she's not.
I don't think it is to get heat on her.
No. I think it is. I think it's to get heat on her. Mm-hmm. Just for the pure simple fact of people love Toni Storm. Babyface Toni Storm, blah 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 blah. Like I say, she was just paper champion. Oh, but why is Jamie Hayter
the real champion?
But this is what I'm saying. I reckon it was designed to try and get more heat on Jamie Hayter, but they couldn't because she's so over.
That's one reason. The other reason is because, don't you find it really, really odd that Thunder Rosa took her time off immediately after the Brick Breaker match that she had for the belt? Almost immediately. Now, the reason why is because there was speculation that Thunder Rosa supposedly sandbagged. If you remember? And one of the people who was ready to fucking kill her was Jamie Hayter. Now, don't you think it's funny the fact that and the rumours has it that the one person who she's supposedly scared of, Jamie Hayter, now becomes the interim. Oh no, I can't. I'm still too injured to come back. Make her the world champion. Make her the official world champion.
Nah, mate. I think you're looking into it a bit too much there.
But at the same time, if she's still injured, why the fuck am I seeing regular pictures of her in her wrestling gear near wrestling rings? I'm like, do you know what I mean?
Might just be the case that it could be any reason for that, though. You know what I mean? Any reason. You can't look into it too much. If she doesn't come back to AEW within the next 6 months, then yeah, you can question it.
Yeah, no, I am. It's just something that's
if she doesn't challenge for the title when she comes back, then yeah, start questioning.
It's not that. It's just for months, for weeks now, there's been rumours of her being cleared to wrestle. And then the second Jamie Hayter wins it, it just seems a bit odd. I know it might be me jumping the gun potentially. It just seems a bit.
No, I just feel like you're fucking Matt Burns, the matey conspiracies.
No, but it might be. It might be. If it is, then fair enough. I will not be.
You've been watching the X-Files again, haven't you?
Fuck off.
You have?
I haven't.
Come on, Agent Mulder, let's have it.
Fuck off, Scully. No.
You wish I was Scully.
No. Anyway.
You wish I had a vagina and a pair of tits.
No. Anyway, point being is this. It just feels a bit off. Anyway, it could be just me just going down that route. Just in my head.
Next.
The thing is, something thought off. My next point is MJF on the scrum. That fucking hell. What a promo.
Well, it wasn't really a promo. It was just MJF being his character, wasn't it?
Oh, it was MJF, but fuck me. If you're the owner, you'd be like, I'm the fucking boss here.
I did enjoy watching that scrum, to be honest, and it was like, no, I'm fucking sitting down. Fuck you guys.
And we're not here for you, we're here for me. The real, it was like, I just made this the most relevant championship, you know, and you're all sitting there smiling, sitting there cheering for the devil. My God, how stupid are you? Like, fuck.
It is funny. It does, like I say, I'm looking forward to this Wednesday. After I've caught up from this week, I am looking forward to this Wednesday when they actually have MJF on so he can explain the situation.
Oh, yeah.
But obviously, it'll be in his own fashion. But the next point you need to make as well is you need to talk about why you think the CM Punk thing is a work.
For how much they're talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's how much they're bringing up. The fact is, if it wasn't to work, 9 out of 10 times, it would be shut the fuck up, gone.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't be talking about it so fucking much, and they wouldn't be referencing each other quite a lot. Punk wouldn't be laughing and joking at his other job that he's doing currently, just there saying, "Oh, you wouldn't want me in the locker." You know, you could start a wrestling company, but you wouldn't want me in the locker room, joking like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It just, they'd be zipping the fuck up about it, and Punk was laughing and smiling about it when he made that comment. And the fact is, yeah, there was a certain thing that happened recently, and it was like, yeah, it happened, but then Punk's saying, oh, I'm very, very angry. But that's what he's saying. If he's being imitated, if Punk was, legitimately pissed off, he was just there saying, you're stealing my image, you're stealing my rights, you're stealing me this. What the fuck you doing?
There's that whole fucking thingy on Jericho's fucking, because obviously he does his news articles and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
He's doing his report a bit as well for wrestling and other things.
Yeah.
And he's literally like, CM Punk on about suing AEW. But then it was like, well, why? Because he's not been officially sacked.
Yeah.
His contract hasn't been terminated. He hasn't been bought out. There's rumours of him being bought out, or AEW attempting to buy him out.
There's talks about it, but it's not fucking actually happening.
Because if you think about it now, how long ago was it that this happened? It was about 2-3 months ago.
Yeah, but people are still talking about it. But then you got Kenny Omega sitting there on a interview sitting there saying, we don't want to talk about it, we want to move on. Then why the fuck is he still referencing it in the ring?
And not only that, why is it on his Twitter? He mentioned it on his Twitter.
Yeah, that's my point.
Doesn't. I know what you're saying. It doesn't make any sense. Part of me, I want it to be a work, and it's like we were talking about it last night with our friends, and we were saying like they'd be stupid not to bring CM Punk back because he.
Oh, it'd be massively stupid. Massively.
What they need to do is they need to fucking calm the fuck down, give it time, sit in a fucking room together and just be like, look guys, we all need to work together. At the end of the day, you've said things have happened, I've said things and done things.
Yeah, let's do what's best for... And the funny thing about it is, this is the thing that Kenny Omega says, believe us, our side, their side, it doesn't matter. We're both on the same page. We should be putting the best foot forward towards wrestling as a whole. And it was like, there.
Yeah.
Had they already had the talk?
Yeah, that's what makes me think. And obviously Punk laughing and joking, you won't want me in the locker room and shit like that. It's just... He
wouldn't be laughing at the other place like that with the comment like that. You'd be fucking pissed.
Yeah, exactly. You won't be laughing and joking, and plus he hasn't really shouted anything out about it on Twitter like he normally does.
Bingo.
And that's what makes me think that, Luke Punk, keep your mouth shut, lay low, your friend can't come back, but we'd like you to come back.
Yeah.
But obviously he also needs to be fit as well, because do I agree with the whole thingy that they did with Logan Paul doing the buckshot lariat better than CM Punk? There's a big age difference there. Punk's not as athletic as he used to be. Logan Paul, he's an MVP. He's fucking good. He's really good at all sports. So it's hardly a fair comparison.
When you're trying to do something that you're not used to as well, believe me, it's not.
And
someone said
when you get older, you get more scared of doing things.
Somebody goes to me, could you do a buckshot lie? I ain't even fucking attempting that.
The thing is, I'd attempt it, but I know the outcome.
Yeah.
I know the outcome.
Could you hop in the ring at proper jump over the ropes? Yeah, and probably land on my face.
Yeah, it'd probably land on my face or my neck. So it would involve a crash mat, I'm afraid. You don't realise how many years you need to practice that.
Yeah.
That one particular move, you would have to practice that for years. And even then, you could still fuck it up.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
The only person who I could never, ever see falling down that route is AJ Styles. He just doesn't...
It's AJ.
He just doesn't flinch. He's fucking amazing. He is the phenomenal one for a fucking reason.
Yeah.
CM Punk, he had so many years out. He was still getting in-ring fit. You could still tell he was suffering from a bit of lack of fitness.
Mm-hmm.
Especially from the way that he was puffing and panting in the scrum. So let's just hope it stops now, it goes away, and people stop talking about it, because a big telltale sign is when AEW game comes out.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, for me, I think it's a work because it's almost like just when you think it's going to go away, it's being brought back onto people's lips.
Yeah. I was surprised, though. It was obviously this week's Dynamite was in Chicago, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't surprise me if there wasn't CM Punk chance. I wish you'd stop doing that. I feel like ripping your fucking lips off.
Why?
It's fucking annoying.
Okay. Sorry.
Fuck face. You should be.
I'm so sorry.
You know you're not.
I'm sorry.
I know you too well, Mr. Burns.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
Good job,
I didn't mean to hurt you.
Good job, I was fucking joking then, isn't it?
I didn't mean to hurt you.
Okay, there's a tongue in there somewhere.
Of course there is. Anyway,
fuck's sake. So yeah, that's thing. I'm with you on that one. I do think it's a work, but we said this for a while though, haven't we? We've said this that we think it's a work. I have had doubts in my mind, and I probably have had my doubts.
Yeah.
It's like you say, it's leaning more towards it being a work. So,
but at the same time, if it isn't a work, damn. If it is, yes.
If it isn't a work, that's perfect for me. Because obviously we love CM Punk. We watched him in WWE for fucking years, and it just fantastic. So he's a really, really good wrestler. His mind for the business is unreal. Yeah, he's opinionated, and sometimes he needs to shut the fuck up. But
then again, there's many people who can be opinionated.
Many people like that. Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Hangman Adam Page.
Hi, my name is Jim Cornette.
Yeah, and it's like it just pisses all over everything. So, like I say, I'm thinking, but I want to move on to this next topic because obviously we're running out of time now. Well, we've run out of time.
I just want to cover this next topic now, and then we should call it quits.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So I was watching a clip, and it was of a guy.
Is this the safety thing that you're on about? Yeah, go on.
This is the safety thing I was on about. The thing is, there was a guy, a big guy, power bombing a skinny guy. Now, he was doing the Batista bomb.
Right.
But he was doing it triple.
What?
And how hard he slammed that young lad on his back, his head was bouncing off the canvas.
Have you got a clip of that?
I haven't got it on me, no. It's not like the sit-out Batista bomb. It's hard to explain.
Was it like the old Brock Lesnar powerbomb when he did on Spike, where he powerbombed him, kept hold of him, and just deadlifted him up?
Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah. So
yeah,
I've seen like Brock Lesnar do loads of power bombs. I've seen Batista do shitloads of Batista bombs, and not once did I ever look at them moves and think that fucking sucks.
Yeah,
it looks so. Now I look back at them as well and watch them again. It's safe as houses.
Yeah,
right. That lad who was being power bombed has every right to go backstage and knock 7 barrels of shit out of the other guy for fucking nearly breaking his neck. Because the whiplash he must have got from that fucking triple power bomb was ridiculous.
Ooh.
Next time I come across it, I will send it you, and you will be like, what the fuck? That is unsafe as fuck.
Is it that bad? It might even have me doing a clip, me doing a cover of it and just going, "What the actual fuck?"
I can literally see somebody like Jim Cornette spitting feathers over it.
You know what? That could be an idea.
That powerbomb was so fucking unsafe.
That could be an idea for another idea. I'll discuss it with you later. I've just gained.
Right, okay. But anyway, the point remains. I felt sorry for the lad being powerbombed.
Now, I've done a powerbomb. And I've also taken one. I know it sounds...
You don't force somebody down on a powerbomb. You don't. You guide them down to the canvas. You do not, under any circumstances, push them down with your core strength.
No. A powerbomb...
When you are like touching 18, 20 stone and the other guy probably weighs a bag of piss. It's not cool, man. It's not cool. Excuse me. What are you doing?
I'm literally trying to find it now. The clip that you're on about. Because it's got to be somewhere. It's got to be. For me, if there's going to be a powerbomb being done, it needs to be done safely. And there's always got to be safety in mind when doing a powerbomb. Always.
Yeah, not let's kill somebody.
You just don't. You just don't do that. It's... Why would you do that?
Yeah, it made me cringe watching it, and I actually felt like, because I know I've taken backdrop rock bottoms, I've taken power bombs, and crucifix power bombs. I've taken a fair few, and you're guided down. You're not thrown down. You're guided down.
Or depending on your size, it's either you're letting gravity take its course.
Yeah. You just don't do it.
It's like if you're doing a big power slam, you've got to get the momentum. Just because you're a big guy doesn't mean you get to fucking ragdoll somebody legitimately. Yeah. Unless that person has literally said to him, "Kill me with it."
No, you don't even do it then.
You don't. I don't even think, from the sounds of it, it sounds like it's something that even Darby Allin would have taken.
Yeah, even Darby Allin wouldn't take that. But you just wouldn't. It'd be heavily scrutinised.
I've seen someone do a power bomb and literally try to come out and going, "Oh, yeah," took him down. It's like, and I've literally gripped him and just gone, "If he's injured, understand, I'm going to injure you immediately." And he's like, "What?" I was like, "No, understand this. If they're injured because they were fucking crawling out the ring," and I just goes, "I'm going to injure you now because you just taken advantage of his trust."
I don't know of any wrestler that would have sat backstage and just gone, That was cool, man. That was ace. That was cool.
No, but straight away for me, it's that unless that individual is given okay, that's not cool. Because straight away, that is destroying that trust between them. Trust.
And it's like, there's just so much respect that goes on backstage and between wrestlers that you shouldn't really be doing it. So, but yeah, so there you go. But we might cover it on another next episode anyway. So
I think that's going to be, once I've seen it, I'll probably either discuss it more or I might even just do a bit of a clip where I actually put my thoughts in on it, like a reaction or something.
Yeah. So let's do that. But anyway, it's time to end because we've run over.
We have massively run over. All I'm just going to say, mental health is important. We always state, take care of yourselves with it. Follow the number one rule, which is, of course,
don't be a dick.
Yeah. And it has been emotional, so thank you very much for listening to this episode.
Yes.
I've been Matt Burns.
And I have been the thorn in your side.
Not as bad as you thought, but yeah. Yeah, but anyway, if not, I'll just buy you more alcohol.
As long as I get a free one this time, that'll be sound.
I mean, again.
Anyway, let's go.
Not to worry. Thank you very much. So for now, catch you later. Until next time. Take care. What do you mean I got to drop the title? Well, I'm the most over, Daddy.